You look like you're in good shape, but I guess they maybe bring it down to a fine line. Where do you have to get to be happy in their eyes, do you think, Nazem?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, this is probably the hardest training camp we've been through. Physically, it's physically and mentally enduring. I think they're just looking at which guys prepared themselves, and for the most part, I think all the fellas did.
What was that like out there for you? Basically, this fitness day and that.
I mean, it was grueling. It was really grueling. Especially going. This skate test, plus another skate test, then right to the wind gate after. It really takes a toll on you. But, like I said, I kind of, expected it to be a training camp like this, and, because I did, I prepared myself even more for it.
Did they give you some of the results of some of the off-ice tests?
Yeah, they did. Usually, it's kind of kept confidential between coaches and management, but. Certain things we were aware of, and I'm happy with.
They told us they didn't like your body fat ratio.
Yeah, I mean it definitely maybe could have been a little better, but it's definitely not bad. I mean it's I think the way I'm carrying myself out on the ice, I feel stronger. I think my wind's way better than it was last year, and even I think that body fat did drop down from last year too. So. I'm still a young guy. I'm slowly learning, how to be a pro and what types of food to put in my body. But, it's not like you're all going to get it. In a couple months, you're going to start to figure it out. You'll gradually, get the hang of it as you go.
How much did what you did in the summer with Gary transfer into today then?
It was big. I mean, I don't think there's no way I could have gotten through these testings like I did. Without his help. So I think it's brought me a long way, and just from watching these tests, I'm sure you guys get tired just looking at us. So it's something that's definitely not easy, and if you're not in shape, then you're gonna struggle with it. But for the most part, I think I did very well.
I think there was some adjustment. You talked yesterday about some of the changes you made as far as what you eat. Do you think there was some adjustment to that this time around?
There was a huge adjustment. I mean, that's why I did drop it a little bit. Maybe I could have dropped a little more, but for the most part, I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with how I feel on the ice. I'm happy with my conditioning and my endurance, and my lower body feels strong. And honestly, I just can't wait to translate that into a game form.
What was the biggest thing Gary talked to you about in terms of your diet and what you eat?
Yeah, there's just certain foods. Before I did my whole testing with them. We sat down and went through some of the things I liked and I didn't like. And for me, as a young guy, I'm a pretty picky eater, and I don't like too many things. So there's a lot of adjustments we had to make. But that was part of myself being a pro, and as I get older, these things are going to get better. So I'm not worried at all.
What kind of food don't you like? That you had to eat.
Yeah, well, really, almost everything, I think. There were some days where it was a lot better than other days, but, like the squash and the spinach and these healthy dressings you got to put on your salad, I'm not a huge fan of, but, I learned, and that's part of that's part of the process and the stepping stones that I have to take. I learned that these are the things I have to put in my body, and I think gradually as time goes on, I'm sure my taste buds will react positively.
So are you up for the challenge and sort of making this a process through the year too? Like everyone else today, judging your numbers at different points?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's one of the things I talked to Gary about. It's, if you want to be a professional athlete, you got to take care of yourself during the year too. It can't just be, when the season starts, it's just all on ice. So, that's a big thing I learned also this year. I got to keep maintaining throughout the year so, my body stays strong and so that I have a head start for next summer as well. So as I'm maintaining through the year, it's not like my body strength is dropping, it's maintaining or getting stronger. So, it's part of the learning process.
Thanks.